But meanwhile, let me know in the chat, how has your one month? All right, can you all hear me? Can you all see me now, everyone? Let me know. You can put yes in the chat if you all can see me, hear me. Great. Awesome, everyone. So let me know in the chat, everyone, how has your 1 month been so far? What all you have learned? How was your past 1 month where you have learned so many things? You can put it in the chat, everyone. And we'll start with the class. Sorry, with your graduation ceremony now. Great. Others also, please go ahead and turn on your camera. Noor, Jyoti, Pranita, we would love to see. Okay, Jyoti says a great learning experience. That's amazing, everyone. What about the others? Let me know in the chat. Or maybe if you would like, we can go ahead and have you on unmute and you can come here and speak about your experience. But before that, everyone, let's kickstart with your graduation ceremony. Firstly, I would love to thank all of you who have taken out your time. आप सभी लोगों ने जिन्होंने अपना time निकाल के you have joined your graduation ceremony. I am sure graduation ceremony is something that we all wait once we start summer course, and then at the end of the day, it's like, oh, it's ending. Or the month has almost ended. Am I right? Are you all like emotional or something? What is the scenario? How are you all feeling now? Overwhelmed. I'm sure you all must be feeling very overwhelmed because you have been with us for a month. Mixed feelings. That's right. You've been with us for a month. You have learned so many new things, and now you all are professional bakers. Isn't that amazing, everyone? You have learned so many, from croissants to so many things, pies, tarts. You have learned it all, and I'm sure you have aced it all. Amazing, awesome, fabulous. Great, everyone. So let's go ahead and start with your graduation ceremony. Firstly, congratulations to all of you, all the bakers that have joined us. It was great having us with here, but now comes the graduation part. Also, for this session, everyone, we have a very special announcement that one of you has been selected for, like, one of your work has been selected as like the top work. One of your work, your portfolio that you were working on has been selected for the best portfolio, and we will be revealing the name towards the end of the session. We have an amazing chef who is joining us as a guest today, everyone. She's a very well-known guest who has joined us. But before that, उससे पहले मैं जानना चाहूंगी कि आपकी क्या feelings रही हैं. So anybody, any of you who would like to come here on Spotlight and talk, you can just write me in the chat. हीना, शिखा, स्वाति, बिंदिया, कोई भी जो चैट पे आके बताना, स्पॉटलाइट पे आके बताना चाहेगा, how was their journey? Anybody who would like to thank your experts. I'm sure your experts have helped you. Sari demand puri. Great, Shikha, great. So Shikha, why don't you come on, unmute and talk? Anybody who would like to. Airblack को salute करना है. Great, Shikha. I think you can unmute and you can talk as well. You can say all these things.
Actually, मैं अभी traveling कर रही हूँ. 5 मिनट में बताती हूँ. मैं घर पे पहुँच के बताती हूँ.
No worries, no worries. What about
Thank you.
Swati, Hina, Bindya, anybody who would like to come on the spotlight and talk about their journey so far? Hina? No, come on, go ahead and let us know how your journey was. You can thank our experts. Okay. No worries. Swati, Bindya, Parinita, everyone, go ahead. Thank your experts. You can come on the spotlight. You can thank the experts. Swati, maybe you would like to go ahead and speak something. Okay, what about Bindya, Parinita, everyone? Anybody who would like to come and talk about their journey? Even I'm traveling Sakura now due to network issues. No worries, everyone. But whoever would like to come and talk, you can go ahead and let us know. All right, no worries. So I see that most of you are traveling and are out of your houses, but no worries. Great. No worries if you are out of your house, everyone, but we are really grateful for all of you. Pranita, would you like to come? Okay, great.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pranita. So tell me, how was your journey?
My journey has been really exciting. I had learned a lot of tips and tricks about baking. Being a home baker, I didn't know so many tips and tricks, which was totally revealed during the classes. So, thank you so much to each chef who actually taught us all the tips, all the tricks, and has got us to this place. So, thank you so much. Though I was not able to do it along beyond a point of time because my baby's sleeping time had actually, coincided the same time, so I couldn't do it along. But I could try and use those tips in my baking when I actually tried out baking all those stuffs later on. And it did come out really well. So thank you. Thank you so much for all that minute tips that you all have given. Thank you all. Thank you, Airblack, for this.
Great, Pranita. Also, I want to know which was your favorite class so far. You have attended 30 plus workshops. I'm sure you must be having that one class in your mind.
To be very frank, everything had its own different likings. So I do not have one particular thing because baking as a whole is my field. So I really can't categorize inside it. So
You
I
can't be
like
biased to
every
one
session.
class.
No, I really can't. I really can't. It's so difficult. It is so difficult.
Amazing, amazing, Pranita. Thank you so much for coming on the spotlight and talking about your
Thank you.
journey.
Thank you
And
so
we're
much.
really
Thank you.
grateful to have, great members like you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. That is amazing, everyone. Is there anybody else who would like to come? Kushi, Jyoti, Noor, anybody who would like to come, let us know, everyone, or else we can kickstart with the class, everyone. As I mentioned that, you all have spent over one month with us, everyone. You all are Airblack Culinary Club members and have been with us in our mission of enabling others to do what they love. Airblack Culinary Club has conducted over 100 workshops in just span of 2 months and with over 180 hours of learning. Everyone, you all have participated in Bake Along workshop with our experts, spent over 1 month at the club benefits and aced over 30 plus mouth-watering recipes. And we are so proud and grateful to have such an amazing audience like you. Now, if you are all, thank you so much, Sheena. And now, everyone, if you're all set, give me a thumbs up if you should all go ahead and have our guest over here on the spotlight and talk more about baking and her journey. Are you all excited to see who is it, everyone? Give me a thumbs up if you all are excited so we can have her on the spotlight right now. Great, awesome. So let's have her on the spotlight, everyone. Meanwhile, you can go ahead, turn on your cameras, everyone. We have an amazing expert joining with us, everyone. We have Chef Sheena Singhania joining with us. Everyone, Sheena Singhania is an award-winning cake artist. She started baking when she was 8 years old, brought up in Shillong, Meghalaya. She moved to Delhi to pursue BCom honors from Sri Ram College of Commerce. However, her passion for baking led to the Culinary Institute of America, New York. Everyone, she is an alumni of this prestigious institute, that is the Culinary Institute of America, New York. Later, she founded Pearl Boutique Bakery Cafe, where she creates beautiful non-fondant engraved with and hand-painted cakes. In 2019, everyone, she was awarded as the Young Rising Chef across India. She was also awarded as the Top 10 Cake Artist of 2022. She has worked with brands such as Lamborghini and served famous artists such as Guru Randhawa, everyone. So I think let's go ahead and hear it for her, everyone. Sheena has been featured in Forbes, Food Talk India, and Wedwise. Let's have her on the spotlight. Hi, Sheena. Can you hear me?
Hi guys. Hi. Hi. I hope you all can see me.
Yes, we can hear you. Hi, Sheena.
Firstly, thank you for that amazing introduction. That was a lot. Honestly, when you're baking, you don't really realize what you've achieved till you hear someone else saying it. So thank you so much for that. Firstly, I'd like to thank you for associating me with this amazing 7th graduation ceremony by Airblack Club's Culinary Club. And, you guys are, I'm sure, extremely excited to continue this journey and start, your dream of achieving whatever you want to do ahead. And, I've actually been reading about Airblack, and it came, into my mind recently that you guys are so lucky to be able to learn all of this online, because I have actually had to travel all around the world to learn all these recipes. I've actually seen, the entire curriculum that they offer. You all are very lucky to learn all of this online now, which, 9 years back when I started off, I had to go to US, Colorado, all over the world just to learn these recipes and to learn how to make these things. So, I saw that they've hosted 500 plus workshops and 1,000 plus live hours or live streaming in like just 9 months. You guys are amazing, man. Like, kudos to you all for all of this. And I'm really excited to be, talking to all people, all these girls who are like equally passionate about what I love doing. So, if you guys want to know a little bit about myself, I can tell you how I started off. I was also a home baker, guys, by the way. So I started off when I was very young, like she said, at the age of 8. It came very naturally to me. Like my mom, my grandmom, everyone baked. And, guys, having a good taste bud, it's really important. So when you eat really good food at home or you taste very good desserts, that's really important that you guys incorporate that in what you create. Because, there are thousands of recipes out there. You go to Google, you type some recipes, you'll see hundreds and hundreds of recipes of that same thing. But knowing what tastes good is very important in going ahead in life, because sometimes people think they've created amazing desserts. You'll go to so many cafes and you'll try hundreds of desserts, and then you'll like so many desserts in many cafes, and some people seem to love it. But when you taste it and you actually realize what is going to win you something and win you an award, that is when you become a little different from others, and that is your taste buds. So that's something I think that came naturally to me because of my family. We've been baking since I think years and years. After I used to have scones for breakfast, homemade scones, homemade bread, homemade ice creams, everything was made at home because I was from Shillong, from a hill station in the Northeast. Everything was, homemade. Nothing was easily available to us. So we used to get everything at home. Chips was made at home, everything, single thing. So, I think that just came naturally to me. But then I didn't know that I could actually pursue this, because 9-10 years back, baking and all of that wasn't very popular. People used to be like, kya bawarchi banne ja rahi hai, like things like that. So I actually didn't ever think about it. And I did very well in my 12 boards. Like I got 96%. And then I was like, okay, chalo, my next dream is to go to, SRCC, St. Stephen's, all these places, which is what everyone looks at. So I went there and then I got so bored because I was like, this is not something I can do. I cannot do a desk job for the rest of my life. And then I just met someone randomly, in my gym, and she was saying how her daughter, went for baking to New York and this and that. And then it struck me that, oh my God, this comes so naturally to me. In the first month only, I realized that baking has to come naturally to you. If you get very technical with baking, even though baking is science, yes, it is science, keep that as your core. But if you get very technical with baking, you're never going to be able to create something. So it's very important. It's very important that you understand everything. Sorry, guys, my Hindi is really bad. I'm going to try to talk in Hindi, but my Hindi is really, really bad. So I'm going to try.
That's fine. You can maybe just try that is also.
So anyway, the thing is, once you get into this and you go for it, you have to give your 100%. And I realized this when I was in SRCC, and I went to my dad and I told him, Papa, like I want to, give this up. And he's like, how can you give up SRCC? How can you give up Sri Ram College? People fight at the gate to, get admission there. And I promised him that I will top in my college. And I went to my college. This college is really strict. They check your nails even now in college. They check your nails before you start the classes. They check your chef coat. It has to be pure white, crisp. And that is something that, if you bake and you don't dirty your coat, that means you're an amazing baker, because it really matters how you, do mise en place, like everything at its place before you start doing everything. So yeah, this was a very strict college, but I went there, I gave my 100% and I learned the basics. I didn't learn every recipe because, recipe is not something that has to be your core thing of starting, of baking. It has to be your imagination. It cannot be your recipes. That is your core baking, ideas. So I did learn the basics of recipes, and that is like, when I say basics, I mean creaming method, blending method, like the process of making something. That is all you need to understand when you learn how to bake or learn how to get into this, because baking is science. When they say science, it means your core inside details. Okay, so that is something that you guys need to understand. After that, what you incorporate and how you do it has to be your own touch, and that is what will get you ahead in life. because that is what will make you unique. There are so many bakers in the lockdown. I think hundreds of bakers came up, and every second person was a baker. Every second day you would see stories of someone baking something and selling something. But today, if you look back, you see how many people have still lasted. It's how you incorporate your own touch and put your own ideas into it that makes you unique and takes you ahead. And it is challenging, guys. It's very, very challenging, because baking is a full-time job. You have to either be on the phone talking to clients, or you have to be creating things or looking at new designs, looking at recipes. It's never ending. And when I wanted to start off, I thought, okay, fine, chalo, let me go take up a place. एक जगह ले लेती हूँ मैं, अभी मॉल में जाके चलो जगह ले लेती हूँ. The rentals were so high. मतलब मैं तो पागल हो गई थी. And I was standing there 24 years old in front of the entire board of directors of Select City Walk, DLF. And वहाँ पे मैं खड़ा होके I was telling them कि चलो मुझे एक बेकरी खोलना है यहाँ पे. And they were like, we are not going to give you a place that is big because you're not known, you're unknown, you're a home baker. Who are you? So this is a challenge that will come up. You guys have to create a name for yourself before you even approach any place or want to take up any place for rental. So I went there. I got a 60 square foot shop. I convinced them. एक 60 square foot का दुकान दिया था मुझे. In that, I started off with ice cream sandwiches. I was the first to launch ice cream sandwiches in India. Again, uniqueness. Keep things unique. Keep things very unique to your individuality. Like today, if I say ice cream sandwiches, tomorrow you don't have to go and create ice cream sandwiches. You create something else that is unique to you. What you have grown up eating, what you've loved seeing your parents, making for you. Just take that and incorporate it in today's world. And that is how you will go ahead. Usko modify karna thoda sa. So then you will go ahead. And that is what will make you create a new dessert. So, I got ice cream sandwiches here, and wo sab ho gaya. Ek saal mein, I didn't do well because the rentals were too high for my, my costing. And Delhi mein log zyada paisa to nahi dete khana ke liye. They don't pay too much for food. They want quantity. You need to understand there are many hurdles that come in. And so many times people will come in, they will criticize you. They will tell you, oh, you need to understand that this is your goal. This is what you want to do. And this is what you are going to do no matter what people say. But that is the main thing. And I am sure you guys are going to do an amazing job. You guys have learned so many recipes. You guys have made the effort to sit down and learn from all these people, like learn from all the chefs online. That too, guys, so lucky. You guys are again so lucky about that. You guys have had to got this opportunity. So please make use of it. Don't just learn it, grasp it, and then forget about it tomorrow. You make use of it daily, practice something, go to Google, find recipes. If that is what passion is all about. If you do that, you will understand that you are passionate about what you do. And that's all I have to say, guys. I have nothing else to say. And also, guys, I have worked with many bakers and many chefs. I worked under Ron Ben Israel, Jacques Torres, the chocolatier. He was my principal. He was the dean of one of the colleges. I went to ICC, worked under David Chang, Momofuku Milk Bar. I don't know if you guys know about that. He's a very famous chef. All of these experiences were amazing, but then again, I had to incorporate my own style into everything that I learned. Because if I just went there and copy pasted, then that will not make me someone who will win an award. Okay, if you guys want to go ahead and want to be someone who will get featured in Forbes and get really famous at what you do, you have to have your individuality. Take the ideas, yes, please go copy the ideas, but incorporate your own touch in it, and that is what will get you forward. I think that's all I have to say.
Amazing. Firstly, thank you so much, Sheena, for joining
My
us,
pleasure.
sharing your journey with us. Now, as you mentioned that you were in Delhi's, not even Delhi's, SRCC is India's top university. Everybody wants to go there so badly, Delhi University North Campus. And I think everybody here, they have their own personal struggles. Apne personal struggles hote hain. And we have that one support system. We can, what was your support system? Aapka support system?
My parents for sure, because I drove them crazy. It wasn't just SRCC. I went to St. Xavier's Bombay, NUS Singapore. Then I changed my mind. I thought of getting into architecture because I wasn't finding what I loved doing. Yeah, I also went to St. Stephen's for 1 month. Okay. And then I bribed the people in St. Stephen's for letting me get my mark sheet to go to SRCC.
And migration.
Yeah. But the thing is, till you don't find your passion, don't give up, because just think whatever you're doing today, you have to do for the rest of your life. And that is what you have to keep in mind. So if you don't enjoy it, don't do it, man. You don't have to do it. You will earn money in what you love doing because you will give your 100% to it.
Definitely. And what is your success mantra? Like, I'm sure, you know, there are good times, there are like setbacks. Like, what is that mantra that you used to tell yourself? ऐसा क्या आप अपने आप को बताते थे कि जो आपको मतलब पूरा डे के थ्रू लेके चलता है? It used to keep you encouraged.
एक्चुअली बहुत बार आई वांटेड टू गिव अप मेनी टाइम्स, क्योंकि शुरू में जब मैंने अपना बेकरी शुरू किया था तब लोग मुझे बोलते थे ये ताजमहल में बना रहे हो, ये प्राइसिंग क्या लगा रहे हो आप केक का, एंड ऑल सॉर्ट्स ऑफ थिंग्स, बहुत चीज लोग बोलते थे मुझे. बट यू नो आई न्यू कि अगर करना है तो मुझे ही तो करना है, अभी करना है, और आई वांट टू बी ऑन द टॉप. इफ आई एम डूइंग समथिंग, अगर पैशन फॉलो कर रही हूँ तब उसमें 100% देना है, कम वट में. और बहुत बहुत हर्डल्स आएंगे लाइफ में, but 100% देना है. और टॉप, you aim for the top, only for the top, and if you don't aim for the top, then you are not passionate enough. That is what I tell myself.
Definitely. That's great. Thank you for your kind words. Now, everyone, the chat box is open for all of you. आपका chat box open है. You can go ahead, put your questions. आप अपने questions chat पे लिख सकते हो. आपके जो
Guys, ask me anything you want to ask. Now is the time.
Now is the time. We have such an amazing, you know, prestigious person sitting in front of us, and we would like to make most of it. So go ahead, ask your question in the chat. आप chat पे अपने question लिख सकते हो, and we can take up your questions. So whoever wants to go first, you can put it in the chat. But let's start with fun of, you know, I'll take up a few questions so that they get like, you know, what we're going to talk about. So you just talked about your journey, Sheena, and I think it was great and how you have handled everything. Now I want to know, like, coming to the business part, how do you attract more orders? Because in the world, as you said, that 100 bakers have come up now, more and more are coming. How do you, you know, attract your more orders?
See, firstly, social media matters. It's how your page looks overall. Look at your entire grid. Okay, like if you're in Instagram or Facebook, look at your entire grid and follow that same pattern. Don't go from like yellow color background to red color background to things like that. Go with the same pattern grid that you can keep in your page long term. Okay, because that is one thing I've noticed people take. And also photography, you do a course of photography, that is very important, because if you don't, everything sells online, guys. Everything nowadays sells online, unless you have a cafe or a store. Everything is online, and what people see is what they buy. So if you want to sell your product, you have to do very good photography. Daylight photography is amazing. If you don't want to do a course, guys, I have even done daylight photography. I've done all sorts of jugaad in India, because you have to make do with what you have. Okay, so photography is very important. Also, you know, Instagram boost, you can boost your posts on Instagram. I've never really done marketing, because I don't believe in hiring a PR company to do your marketing, because they will present your product as something that is not your own. Okay, so that is very important. Your individuality, uniqueness, you have to be unique. If you're not unique, then there are hundreds of other people selling the same thing that you are selling. Okay, so be unique at what you sell. And also, you know, be very easy, like responsive to your clients. You know, when you reach a very high level, then you can, okay, maybe not respond to every client, but respond to each and every client. Even if you don't make that product, respond to each and every person, because that shows your business ethics. So that's very important. And also, like, reach out, do collaborations with every brand you can do collaborations with in the beginning, especially.
Definitely. So I think, Sheena, like you talked about, you know, adding your own uniqueness, carving out your own niche. So how does one get to know what is their niche? उनको कैसे पता चलेगा कि वो किस चीज में अच्छे हैं और उनको उस चीज को फॉलो करना चाहिए?
आपको पहले सोचना पड़ेगा कि आपको मास प्रोडक्शन करना है या you know, luxury production करना है. There's either luxury product or there's mass production. दोनों तरीका से आप कमा सकते हो पैसा. Like, you know, you can earn both ways. But इसमें आपको अभी सोचना है, अगर mass production करना है तब उतने लोग होना, like you'll have to have that much staff. उतना लोग होना पड़ेगा आपके पास कि mass production करे. Wedding boxes are very popular. You know, like things like that, you have to understand, and then you set your कॉस्टिंग उसी के बेसिस में होते हैं कि आप मास प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं कि एक यूनिक इंडिविजुअल प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हो. आपके पास अगर इतना अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं है स्टाफ का, तो आप एक यूनिक प्रोडक्ट बनाना, लेकिन उसको एक्सक्लूसिव बनाना. उसमें सारा इंग्रेडिएंट्स, यू नो, इट हैज टू बी वेरी गुड. योर इंग्रेडिएंट्स हैव टू बी वेरी गुड, एंड देन दैट विल मेक योर प्रोडक्ट अ लग्जरी प्रोडक्ट. So based on that, you can create your, pricing and all of that. Food cost ka you have to understand your food cost of every product. आपका जो costing है उसमें electricity मत भूलना, आपका effort मत भूलना. लोग वो भूल जाते हैं, बस ingredient का जो costing है वही लगा के आप लोग एक दो सौ रुपए करके वो बेच देते हैं. वैसे नहीं होते, उस पर आप इलेक्ट्रिसिटी लगाना, अपना एफर्ट प्लीज आप कम मत लेना अपने लिए, आपको ज्यादा लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि एफर्ट जो डालते हैं वो only those guys know like what effort they put in. Okay, so that is very important.
Right. I think that is truly said that people often forget to add their own efforts that they're adding just because they are doing it on their name. But I think that is really great advice that you've given us. Now, as you talked about having a good feed and also how one should keep their social media game strong.
Firstly, I know it's very important for you to do collaborations at first. Okay, firstly, because when you're new, you have to be seen. The only way you will be seen is not by buying fake followers, guys. Don't buy fake followers. That is not what is going to make you grow. The only way you're going to be seen is through collaborations, being out there. And that is how your feed will grow. And it will take time. Abhi main 8 saal se kar rahi hu, 9 saal se kar rahi hu. I have only 20,000 followers. There are some bakeries that have like 100K followers, but that is not what is giving you business. What is giving you business is what is making you grow slowly. Take your time. Abhi aaj kar rahe ho, aap baking kal aap zyada nahi kama sakte ho. Abhi 2-3 saal, 6 saal aapko dalna padega isme. Then only you will go ahead in life. So uspe the first is you do collaboration. Second is photography. Like I said, photography is very important in your work. Thirdly, make reels, guys. Reels, आजकल reels तो बहुत ही बड़ा है. Reels बनाओ, हर चीज का reel बनाओ. आप post कर रहे हो एक केक या जो भी product post कर रहे हो उसका थोड़ा सा reel भी बनाना. And you make yourself more active. Be in the page, be posting, be there, be available. And that is how your feed will grow. That is the only way I feel the feed grows, because that is the only way I grow my feed. That's it.
Definitely. Everyone, if you have any question, you can put it in the chat. आपके पास कोई भी सवाल आप chat पे लिख सकते हो. But Sheena, I would like to ask you this question. Now, baking is a science. Maybe we can see the ingredients, we can add it there. But what are the ethics? What are the things, qualities that a chef should have? Like, what are the things that you cannot go wrong with, like as a individual chef?
See, number one, you cannot go wrong with your basics of learning, okay? Because if you think you can create a dessert by just throwing in things, that is not you making a dessert, that is you cooking, okay? That is culinary. There's a difference between cooking and baking, okay? So in baking, keep your core things strong, but yes, experiment, change the flavors, change the things like that. Use new flavors, Abhi, do things that you think will never match. Like I make chocolate mango cake. I mean, people don't like mango with chocolate, but it is an amazing flavor, guys. Try it out. It is amazing. When mango season comes, try it out. And also, be very clean at your work. No matter what you do. If you're not clean in the kitchen and how you work, you are not going to be clean in your product. Keep everything very neat and clean. Don't go wrong with that, because if you how the mind gets flustered, how you get flustered in your mind when there are too many things in your room or too many things around you. It is the same with baking. Just keep things very clean around you. You will have such an open mind and you will feel so neat and perfect. Like the videos you see on Instagram, सब कुछ इतना neat होता है. सब कुछ neat रखना, आपका दिमाग भी neat होगा, साफ होगा, clear होगा. And that is very important for you to like keep in mind when you do baking.
Definitely. So you would say that neatness should be like the topmost priority.
It is as important as the basics of baking.
So you all know that it is really important to keep the things clean. And I think everybody says that to keep the table clean all the time. That's great. All right. Now, I also have one more question, Sheena. Now, again, you mentioned there are a lot of people in the market. There are a lot of people, there's so much hatred, because of the competition. It just comes naturally. It follows. So how do you deal with it? Like, I'm sure you must have had your own setbacks, when people have hated on you and, said things. How do you deal with it? Like, what is your personal?
Firstly, at first, it used to affect me a lot because I'm so passionate about baking, and when you think you've created something, you think you've created a masterpiece. Ki mera creation hai, ye maine create kiya. And when someone will criticize it, man, I used to cry. I used to literally cry reading like the people's reviews sometimes. And it used to happen a lot. It's not like it doesn't. And also copying, guys. Same exact चीज मैं केक बनाती हूँ, सेम केक का कार्बन कॉपी I've seen people do. Like it used to affect me a lot शुरू में. लेकिन now over time I realized that you are doing what you do and you are creating something that is best in your mind. Some people will like it, some people will not. And the ones that don't, they don't, but they will not buy from you. There are hundreds of people in the market that are selling products, and people may not like it, people may like it. It is your personal choice. It is not your fault. It is that person's personal choice. And every time I see a bad review, I just look at the hundreds of good reviews that I get. You cannot focus on the negativity, because you will never get ahead in life once you start focusing on that. Just learn from it. If you feel like something, okay, maybe if yourself you feel like, okay, this negative review may make me a little better, maybe I can learn a little from it, just learn from it. Don't ever react to it. The minute you start reacting to a negative comment is you wasting your time and not thinking ahead. तो आप बस आगे का सोचना, आप पीछे मत देखना. वो चला गया, नेगेटिव कमेंट चला गया, कस्टमर चला गया, नया कस्टमर आ जाएगा. Bus, just think like that.
Definitely. And I think there's always an option to delete the comment and block that person.
Yeah, I've done that a lot, guys. I've done that a lot, and people have found other people's, profiles and gone and said, you can block us from everywhere, but we are here. So like all of that has happened. But guys, the people will like your product and people will not. You cannot always be 100% perfect. We are human beings, right? We're not robots. We're human beings. And even if your product is perfect, the other person may not like it. So it is not your fault, guys. Just keep doing what you're doing. Don't focus on the negativity, focus on the positivity. And that is when positivity will come your way. That's it.
Definitely. Now, this is like a very important question I would like to ask you.
Okay.
Everyone, I would like to pay you attention to this. So let's go, Sheena, let's go back to your graduation, like your culinary graduation. How would you advise the new chefs who are new bakers who are here, how to go about it? Like they get it, that they have to struggle hard and everything, but what should be their first step in order to make their journey more easier?
Okay, first step is understand your market and create your recipes. Like make your menu. Means what are you planning to sell? What do you want to do? You cannot just sell every single thing that is out there. How many baking items are there in the market? There are so many. You cannot just sell each and every item that you think is out there. Make your menu, understand what is your core thing, and create the perfect recipes for that first of all. Before you even think of contacting your clients or posting anything, make your menu. Understand what you're good at and understand what you want to sell in the market tomorrow. Okay, understand how you want to enter the market. Secondly, then after that, target customers. Like think about your pricing. Either you want to do niche products or you want to do large mass products. Okay, large scale production or single product, that is very expensive and that is very niche. Then you start targeting your people. But first of all, create your menu. Till you do not create your menu, you have no product that is going to sell in the market. Okay, so that is a very important thing that you guys have to keep in mind. Start from home baking. Don't think that you have to start right away from a kitchen. Home baking is the key. You don't have to pay rent. You don't have to pay additional things to people. Start with home baking and then create your recipes, then understand your market, understand your customers, then start promoting your product in the market to your target customers. And then you will grow gradually. As you grow, it will take time, guys. It's not like, I'm not going to lie to you, it did take me time. But if you are consistent and you are unique, you will 100% grow. There's nothing stopping you.
Definitely. Also, do you think living in India, because there's so many population, does it add as a plus point living in a country where so many?
Yes, definitely. It really does, because there's so many people out there that want your product. And guys, you guys have learned this online, man. Like, it is amazing that you guys have got this chance and opportunity. Please make use of it. Okay, don't give up and don't stop. And I'm sure they have amazing courses and many more courses. You guys should definitely consider them, because if I had this opportunity when I started off, I would have probably done every single course and understood what I'm strong at. Because you don't realize what you're strong at till you try it. Once you try it, you will know what you're strong at, and that is something that I highly recommend.
That is so true. Also, Sheena, I want to ask you this question. How do you justify your prices? Because, often we add our efforts, but people are like, so expensive, it's just, we have baked it at home, it's on your own comfort and all. How do we stand on our prices? How do we stand?
At first, when I started my bakery, people used to laugh at my pricing. Okay, like I do charge quite a lot. Okay, so people do criticize me and they say things, but you know what I say? I say that I am putting in this much effort and this is what I feel like I am worth. and this is what I feel I'm putting out in the market. And if you feel it's not within your budget, then please go somewhere else. I don't have time to put in all this effort for a costing that is not okay with you. And also I use very good ingredients in my products. My mom is actually saying things from the background to me, but I use good ingredients in my products, and that is very important because I cater to pregnant women and all of these things. Please consider all of these things when someone is ordering a cake for a baby shower or even a product or a bakery item. Just tell them that I can use better ingredients, but I will charge you this much more. So please do charge, and please understand your worth, guys. Please don't undersell yourself, because if you are good at what you do, you better get what you're worth. Okay, so don't ever undersell yourself. If you're not getting enough people buying your products, just wait. You will get it. If you're good at what you do, you will get it.
That is so true. Firstly, thank you so much, Sheena, for all the amazing information you have given us. I think it's just not in the sense of baking, but overall also, I think it is so helpful and fruitful to anybody who's hearing it. It
Yes,
belongs to
anything
on
you do.
YouTube. So all those things you have said, it's like not just if you're a baker, but in general also, I think all your advices were great. Now, last question: what is your signature style? What is Chef Sheena Singhania's signature style?
See, my bakery logo is a slice of art with a touch of glamour. Why I say this is because my bakery is named after my mother. Her name is Pearl. It's called Pearl Boutique Bakery. My mom, for me, is my epitome of like a perfect lady. Like, she's got glamour, she's got style, she's got everything that I could ever dream of being. So that is my signature, and that is what I am going to make my life based on. So I hope you guys have some passion or some drive that drives you as much as my mom drives me. Have that drive, and nothing will ever stop you guys, ever.
I think that is a really, really sweet answer, Sheena. Thank you so much for your kind time, kind words. Now, on that note, everyone, but firstly, Sheena, again, for all the questions, is there anybody who has any question? यहाँ पे कोई भी है जिनका कोई भी सवाल है, you can put your question in the chat, or else we will go ahead and share the exciting news, everyone. One of the person who is on the call is the winner, who has, done an amazing work, and who will be also getting a surprise from Airblack that I will be announcing. But prior to that, everyone, is there any question? If not, give me a thumbs up. And if there is any, you can put it on the chat. Okay, I've got one thumbs up. Great. Any questions you have, you can put it on the chat, everyone. We would love to say, आपकी bakery कहाँ पे है, Sheena? Where is your bakery? Okay, just a second. I'll ask you to unmute.
Yeah. So I had a bakery in GK2 before the lockdown, and after the lockdown, I decided to move to a cloud kitchen module. So everything of mine is done through Garden of Five Senses in Saket, and I am looking to open a restaurant actually in the next 1 year. But lockdown ke wajah se, I didn't want to unnecessarily just waste my money. So I did close down, but I will relaunch in another year. So in 1 year, you guys will see a proper bakery where you can come and eat. But I did have a very good bakery in GK2 where Bread Talk is now.
Great.
Yeah.
So all those who are Delhiites, go ahead. I'll also go ahead and, have one of your signatures. Now, everyone, on that note, since there are no more questions, everyone, I would like to firstly, again, thank you all for joining us. Now comes the time where we celebrate you all, where, we acknowledge your work. You all have done so much work and, put in so many efforts, always took out your time to attend the class, so many recaps, so many things we have learned. So now on that note, let's go ahead and, of course, you all are winners. You all are winners in our eyes, of course. But there's one person who has stand out, who has done an amazing work. So, Sheena, would you like to do the honors and announce the winner's name? And we will also then go through her work and see what she has done. Okay, Sheena, you're actually on mute. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. So the winner is Saida Noor. I've actually seen your work. It is amazing. So I'm actually really happy that you got this, and congratulations. Congratulations to all of you, and also specifically Saida Noor. Can you show her work?
Definitely. Everyone, let's go ahead and see her work. Saida, if you're here with me right now, can you just write, Noor, if you're here with me, can you just write hi in the chat? Noor, if you're here, just write hi in the chat. I can see you. Just write hi. Meanwhile, everyone, let's see her work and see what, really stand out. Now, this is her work. This is her portfolio that she has created over here. You can see amazing things that she has baked over here. Moving forward, everyone, over here, you can see some of her more amazing work. So what do you have to say to the work, how clean it looks and everything? Sheena, can you give your view on this?
It's actually really, really pretty. I love the color combinations. She's got a very good touch of colors. Guys, when you make any product, just understand, color combination really matters in anything that you do. So I think her products are really nice and it actually looks tasty. So, that's also very important. So guys, please keep that in mind. Her work is really nice. Congratulations, Saida. You are amazing at what you do. And I think you truly deserve this award.
Definitely. Also, here are some more of her creations that you can see. And I think there's a lot of cleanliness.
Yes,
About
yes.
the
That's also
cleanliness.
very important. Yes, I can see that.
And over here, you can see all her certificates, all the classes she took. And I'm sure you also have took the classes, everyone. But it's the work that stand out to us a little extra. But Noor, I would like you to unmute. Can you unmute and talk? Let me know in the chat if you can go ahead and unmute. And if you have anything to speak, because your work was great. So I'm sure you have put a lot of efforts. Yes, Noor, go ahead. You can also turn on your camera if you want. Oh, amazing.
Hi.
Hi, Noor. Firstly, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Noor. So anything you would like to speak? Aapki journey kaisi rahi? How was your journey?
Actually, I was not expecting that I'll get my name in the first list.
No, your work was great. Are you crying?
No, no.
Okay, I thought you're crying.
Actually,
Okay, you can cry. It's okay.
No, actually, it was very good. But in the last end of that sessions, I did not do it because I did not have much that. I think I had the power cuts and all, and I was busy, so
No
I
worries.
have,
But Noor,
I
how
have
was your
missed many
journey?
of the classes. Yeah, the
How was your
journey was
journey?
very good. Yeah.
Awesome,
was
awesome.
very
Anything you would like to say? Because anything you would like to, talk to your, just speak about your experts. आप अपने expert के बारे में कुछ बोलना चाहोगे? किसी को भी thank you especially बोलना चाहोगे? It is your time. The stage is yours.
Yeah, whatever the chefs has given us the guidance and small, I did, tips and all. That was very helpful for me. Actually, I was a home baker for very small, for my kids. I was baking, but after that, I little bit got confidence on my baking and cooking both.
You should definitely have a lot of confidence. You
Yeah, the chefs are very good actually.
Yeah.
They were very cooperative and very helpful. Whatever the doubts I had in the baking, it was really all given complete information.
Amazing, Noor, amazing. And congratulations. And also, Noor, I have to announce this that you also get the 1K voucher from Amazon. You will be getting 1K voucher. The team will be getting in touch with you and they will be sharing the voucher with you. And for everyone, of course, you all will be getting your certificates with your name written on it. So congratulations to all of you, everyone. And I think with that, we have come towards an end. But of course, Sheena, we would, of course, you have given us a lot of advices, but the more the merrier. Any last advice to the budding, bakers we have in house?
See, all I have to say is keep doing what you're doing, guys. The fact that you even took this class, this online class, means that you are considering this line and you are passionate about what you do. So please keep doing what you're doing. Be consistent. No matter how many hurdles come your way, please just be consistent. And guys, do all the courses that they offer because I have gone through it and it is actually really good. Even though you feel like you're just going through a course or you're just making one product or one recipe, you're learning a lot in the process. Okay, so please understand what these guys are offering. These are such young people doing such an amazing job, and in 9 months, guys, they've done 500 different workshops. That means they really know what they're doing. So please do consider it. Okay, it's really important. And guys, all I have to say is just know how good you are at what you do and just know your worth. And
definitely
all the best.
we have one question. What is Okay, top dish. Okay, I'll take up that question, Shika. No worries. But Seema, again, thank you so much for joining us. I will now take over, and thank you again for taking out your prestigious time and
Thank
for all the
you.
advices that you've
Thank you
given
so much.
us.